Are men and women equal? A lot of Gen Z guys think so. Equal rights and equal lefts. Equal rights, equal fights, you know what I'm saying? Men and women are not equal. We both bring different things to the table. Men are stronger in some areas, women are stronger in some areas. I think we need to get to a time where we embrace our differences and we realize that we're better together, and together we're better. But I got a banger from Dating Right. Let's get straight into it.
What do you understand by equality, Sophie? What does it mean to you?
Freedom.
Can you be
Where are her lips?
more? Is it equality of opportunity? Is it equal pay across the board? Is it something more than that?
I think equality's better for everyone. I think.
Okay. In which facet, dude?
Stupid.
You know, I'm really delighted. You know, I love my job because it's an optimistic and a hopeful job, which is about creating more choices for people. I'm interested in people being able to have different choices and having equality of outcome.
She danced around that.
Okay, so equality of outcome is what you want. So it doesn't matter what your credentials are beforehand, as long as you get the same outcome. So chat, we could all take the same test. We could all go try to be a pilot, right? All of us go try to be a pilot. Think about it this way. You went and studied for 10 years to become a pilot. You went and trained, you flew for, hours, you trained other pilots, you got trained by other pilots, you had to spend your own money to become a pilot, you rented the planes, you learned all this stuff. But I show up, never flown a day in my life. The only thing I've flown is a turd out of my butt into the water of a toilet of a porcelain throne. And yet we get the same score on the test. Yay! Yay, I'm a pilot. You're a pilot, I'm a pilot. Like, dude, this logic is so crazy to me.
Well, so you're going to have choices and equality of outcome. What if people choose different things, which is what they've been doing in Scandinavia? So the Scandinavian countries have moved more towards gender equality than any other countries, and the personality differences in Scandinavia have increased rather than decreased, and the proportion of women who are choosing STEM fields has decreased rather than increased. So as cultures become more gender neutral, the number of women who choose STEM fields decreases.
What do you mean by STEM fields?
So science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So if you let men and women make their choices, what actually happens is that they specialize in different situations, and you don't get equality of.
This is so true. And we'll do male-dominated jobs versus women. There's a I don't know what the website is. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is it. Where it talks about men and women dominating different, because women have had free will for a very long time to work wherever they want. They can do whatever they want, work wherever they want. You know what I'm saying? But if you just look at this, overall share of U.S. workers select occupation categories by gender. Healthcare support, 84% women, 16% men. Personal care service, majority of women. All the way down till about management, like arts and media is when it switches over, right? Farming, fishing, forestry, men. Computer, mathematical, men. Transportation, material moving, men. Architecture, engineering, men. And construction and extraction, men. So really all the things that matter, men do. Like women dominate in personal care, education, library, office administrative support, food prepping, legal, life, physical, social science, sales, art and media. Even in art and media, they don't dominate. But it's wild to me that they want free will, which they got it. You can choose to do whatever you want. You can work whatever you want. You can do whatever you want now. And you still choose to do the things that don't pay that well, that really aren't that needed. Like women can go be bricklayers now. Women can go work construction, but they don't.
Could they not have been programmed to have those views from the moment we raised them? And
what?
And give boys Lego and construction?
No, because what happens is that as countries get more egalitarian, which means there's less programming of that sort, the differences get larger, not smaller. And the scientific data on that is clear, and most of it was generated by people who have a left-leaning bias, so you can't blame it on conservative scientists. It was a shock to everyone to find that out.
Sophie,
I think the difference between
Jordan's mic drop cooked, and they're like,
Jordan and me is that we look at evidence and we lean towards different theories. So Jordan's theory is very much evolutionary, that there are inherent differences in men and women. Mine is very much
there are
much more social role theory, if you like, and that men and women are taking on different roles due to the expectations that society puts on them. And it's interesting that Jordan frequently cites Scandinavian countries where they've made more, like there's nowhere in the world that women are equal, but Scandinavia has made the most progress towards shared parenting, etc. Yep. That said, it's not done yet. There's nowhere in the world where this is done yet.
But it's having the opposite effect that the gender equality types predicted. Opposite, not the same. And it isn't a theory, it's actually data driven by tens of thousands of surveys and the best scientific literature on the topic. It's not a theory, and I didn't come about it because of my political perspective. I looked at the data. What it showed was that as countries become more egalitarian, the differences between men and women grow. They don't shrink.
So what I'm interested in...
I love it. Just here's where she should just concede the fact that she's been cooked and move on.
Is data and analysis as well.
Ma'am, you're not interested in the data and the facts.
Yeah, you're not interested in the facts. Just you're caught up in the feelings big time here.
I want to keep talking to find a way to rebuttal
data and analysis
at all.
Interested in is data and analysis as well, and I'm particularly interested in the ones presented, such as the ones by the University of Southern California, which discovered that change towards gender equality is actually being slowed by beliefs that are legitimizing social inequalities on the basis of sex. And I'm also interested, I mean, like Jordan, I look at the data and I look at the studies, and I'm really also very much interested in studies like the analysis that was done by the American Psychological Society, which looked at 45 analysis of whether there's sex difference over 20 years. And its conclusion was that men and women are basically alike in terms of personality, in terms of cognitive ability, in terms of leadership. But what it did find was that media depictions of men and women as fundamentally different perpetuate misconceptions, as does workplace bias.
Oh God, so it's my fault.
So, no, well, you know, you're leaving soon. It's okay.
Men and women actually are more the same than they are different. But the issue is that small differences at the population level can turn into very large differences at the extreme. So, for example, men and women are broadly similar with regards to aggression, although men tilt a little bit more towards aggression. So that if you picked a random person out of the population, male and female, and you guessed that the male was more aggressive, you'd be right 60% of the time. But if you take the 1 in 100 most aggressive people, they're all male. And that's why the overwhelming proportion of people who are in prisons are male. Now, do you want to equalize that? Just out of curiosity? What about bricklayers? They're 99% male. And we've got about 3/4 of the population now in universities in the humanities and social sciences are female.
Yeah.
Are we going to equalize that? And men work longer hours. They work more dangerous jobs. They're more likely to move. They're more likely to work outside. They're more likely to participate in jobs in the STEM fields that are scalable. They make more money for those reasons. And that's all hidden under the idea that the reason that men and women make different amounts of money is because of their gender. It's a very simplistic analysis. And
I love it. God, Jordan's cooking here.
Trying to
Michael, I was just going to say, quite Sophie,
that's when women's whole argument for
yeah, ladies, you want to go do this? Covered in oil. You want to do that one, huh? Dive in these holes. And these freaking, like, I don't even know what a submarine suit. You want to go do this? Ladies have had free will for a very long time to go do these jobs, but yet they still don't pick to do them. Isn't that crazy, brother man? Isn't it wild that they still don't go and do these jobs? Bro, I don't even want to do this. This looks terrifying.
To equalise is opportunity and choice.
Fine, let's equalise choice.
You agree on that.
But we won't get equal outcome that way.
And I think that what happens then, nobody knows, because we've never done it yet.
We do know. We know what's happened in Scandinavia.
Dude, everybody has equal opportunity now. Women can do anything a man can do. You can be a pilot. You can be in the military. You can be... It's hard because you're going to be competing with men. Don't get mad that it's difficult when you're competing with other men. Especially in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. If you hired all female engineers, the quality of engineers would be much lesser because there's not as many female engineers. Same thing with architects or mathematicians. There's just more men that are into that stuff. So ladies, if you want to be a part of that, you got to compete with other men. It sucks. I don't make the rules. I just enforce them.
It's not fully got there yet.
No, but it's going in the opposite direction that everyone predicted, and strongly.
You know, I think one of the things I loved about Jordan's book, which I speed read last night, so forgive me, Jordan, I've not read every line. But one of my favourite rules in Jordan's book is Rule 9, which says, assume the person you are listening to might know something you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that in a country where men outnumber women by 2 to 1 in Parliament, in local government, where women's voices are not equally represented in media, where our education systems...
Maybe there's a reason for that, and maybe you should listen to men. Like, so funny to me that she's trying to bring this up and like, well, Jordan, maybe you should listen to me, but here's the thing, maybe you should listen to him.
Still are teaching boys and girls ideas of pink and blue. What I'm trying to do is work with thousands of optimistic, hopeful people for change.
Okay,
We
forgive
take joint
me, I
membership.
want to take one call if you'll forgive me, because time is really short, and I owe it to the viewers to hear their views on this.
We've got Salim calling from Manchester.
Salim, good morning.
Hi Matthew, how you doing?
I'm very well, loving it. I'm pig in heaven today. What do we think about equality? Will it ever happen, Salim?
I was going to say I thought it was going to happen, but after listening to Jordan, he's swayed my opinion.
No. Why did you think it was going to happen?
Because I think we're going to become more cognitive creatures, and jobs are going to be more about mental skills.
Technology.
But then I've been visited schools, and I work in STEM. I'm a software developer, and the number of women doing software development hasn't increased. I would have thought they would have increased more, but I went into secondary schools to do GCSE IT stuff, and there's very, very few girls doing IT, and I was thinking IT is the future, and the schools are pushing for more girls to go into IT, but there's only I visited about 8 schools.
Can I just, sorry, Salim, can I just no, because I 30 seconds. Sophie's idea, actually, representations in the media could be affecting such choices. Geeks, we see geeks, bespectacled blokes with bad hair on computers. That's what tech means, isn't it?
Yeah, and you're absolutely right.
Why does it seem like every...
Is it me or is that guy insufferable? Geeks with this and that. There's something about that guy. Maybe it's the hair. Ain't that right, Loki? I've fallen at work and been injured. Oh, wait. I should call my lawyer.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
Hey, John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. It's Levi Nichs of YouTube. Can I get some cash, please?
Morgan & 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 Morgan.
Did you know that your injury could be worth millions of dollars? Morgan & Morgan is the largest injury law firm in America, and they've recovered over $20 billion for their clients. $20 billion? That's a lot of cash. The insurance companies tried to lowball me, but Morgan & Morgan was able to take my pain and suffering and turn it into cold, hard cash. It's almost a good thing I was injured. But wait. How much is Morgan & Morgan gonna cost me? You never owe them legal fees unless they're successful. So it's completely free unless you win? Yeah. Hiring a lawyer? That sounds like really difficult. It's actually super easy. You can just go to their website, and in a couple clicks, you can find out if you have a case. And you can literally do it from your smartphone. And remember, there is only one Morgan & Morgan. Wait, it's 2 names though. How is it? Give me the script. Oh, both their last names. Okay, I get it. Okay, roll it. You can start your claim today by going to forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below. So if you're injured, you can trust Morgan & Morgan. Y'all know what time it is. Loki. Can we get some freeze in the chat, dude? Please. Loki. Free. Oh, well, you let it fall, dude. Never let it fall, dude. You always grab it. He's a lazy boy today, brother. Lazy boy. But yeah, it's funny to me how women still have free will. They have the choice to choose what careers they go into, but they still don't choose the careers that men have to dominate. STEM, the tough jobs outside, the oil rigging, the roughnecking, the concrete laying, the brick laying, the construction workers. Ladies, why don't y'all go do that? Go be a roofer in Texas in July. I'm sure there's a lot of men that would love the help. Is a top-tier man just an average woman?
I know this is gonna piss so many people off, but there's a popular saying on the Chinese internet says, even a top-tier man is just an average woman. Someone wrote, a man who doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, doesn't cheat, doesn't gamble, no criminal records, stable job, cooks, cleans, emotionally stable, respects others, kind to his family. Isn't that kind of a man so rare? But honestly, every one of my female friends meets that standards and more. So yeah, even the best man is just an average woman.
Let me take my shades off for this one. That was a nice try. But what you don't realize is what makes a good man, a top tier man, the best man he can be, is the fact that he can be held accountable.
I mean, facts, bro, facts. Men can be held accountable. Women, on the other hand, cannot. It's truly sad. It's truly, truly sad. Let's see here. This is another one from, this was a little long. Let's go ahead and not do that.
For having with somebody.
All right, here we go. This is a good one. This is a good one. This is a good one.
How long do you think you should wait before having with somebody?
I like to wait if I actually see.
Baby girl, you got your whole Chucky cleavage out. Talking about waiting. I can see your sternum.
A potential of a relationship and I want to be in a relationship, I wait a while, I would say. More than the average person.
Coincidingly, though, if you don't see a potential for a relationship, you're willing to have sex immediately.
If I'm like traveling, yeah, I want to.
Oh my God.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
If I'm traveling, you can beat the cheeks, but if I really want to take you serious, you're going to have to wait. No. This is why I say, if she's making you wait, another dude hit it on the first date. Shibba and I should have bought a Honda, put it on a freaking t-shirt, dude.
Have experiences, yes.
Yeah, and you just were traveling, correct? Yes. You were in Europe. Like, okay, while you were in Europe, like, was there just like some dude, maybe you were at a party or something, I don't know, and an hour later, like, you guys are hooking up.
Yeah.
But if you mark the person as somebody you want to have something long-term with, do you have a sense of how long you'd like to wait?
I've done a couple months before.
The next guy that you potentially see as having a relationship with, are you going to want to wait to have sex with him?
Yes.
Just off of the back of having a string of short, like immediate, casual encounters.
I mean, there weren't that many, but yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, how many?
Over the last 6 months?
Yeah.
Like 4.
It almost occurs to me, though, if this is somebody that you see with long-term potential, wouldn't that be the guy who's more deserving of sleeping with sooner?
No.
If you don't have any sort of objection...
Bro, that logic is so flawed. So you're telling me the guy that you want to take serious, you make him wait, but the guy that means nothing, you give him all the goodies? Brian's got a point. The guy that means something potentially to you, you should give him the goodies to help secure the bag. But the guy that means nothing, why would you give him access to your body, raise your body count, lower your pair bonding for a guy that doesn't matter? Boy.
You stupid.
To sleeping with somebody fast, because you don't. Why would you make a potential boyfriend wait to have sex?
For me, is meaningful.
If that is the case, why engage in casual sexual encounters?
Because I'm on a different side of the world. I'm 20. I'm living life. I want to experience that.
I want to get my back blown.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
I haven't done it before. I want to experience hookup culture. It was fine.
Golly, I want to experience being a 304. These streets really got these women thinking this is a good idea, bro. These streets really got these women thinking this is a good idea. Bro, I saw this the other day in chat. The kid in me kind of started smiling. ChuckECheese. This has nothing to do with modern dating. Okay, come on. You're killing me here. You're killing me here. Look at this, dude. ChuckECheese is temporarily, or is reportedly, planning to open an adult-only arcade featuring retro games and alcoholic beverages. Bro, I'm going. We keep it a thou wow. I'm gonna go. That looks fun. Going to ChuckECheese. You know what I'm saying? Going out there. Oof, that'd be fun. Would you guys go? Chat, put a one in the chat if you'd go to the ChuckECheese for adults.
You know, a lot of men want a good woman. They do. And we're out here existing in the world. They want us until they see that it requires them to do better, to be better, to actually show the fuck up. Funny how it works.
Really? So you're a self-proclaimed good woman? In my opinion, to be considered good, other people have to recognize you as good. Think about it this way. If you were a basketball player, you can't just say, I'm good at basketball. Other people have to say, oh, he's good at basketball. for it to be something that's clarified in society to say, you know what, unequivocally, this person is actually good because you're comparing yourself to other people. This is where it's so crazy, where women try to predetermine their worth to say, I'm worth it. It's just I'm me. I'm a great woman. I'm a good woman. Who's dictating your value? Because if it's you, then that's false.
You stupid.
Right? The only time a man can say he's a good man is if other people say he's a good man, but most good men don't even utter the words. You think LeBron James has to walk around saying I'm a great basketball player? No. He doesn't have to say anything. You think Tom Brady has to walk around saying I was one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, if not the greatest quarterback of all time? Might get some flack for that one. He probably doesn't have to say that. But women can go around claiming and predetermining their worth, where a man has to go out there and be recognized by other people to be recognized as what their worth is. It's just so wild to me. Like, women can just make it up. Well, I'm a high-value woman. Who said? Other women? Other men? Like, it's so ridiculous to me. It's crazy what the world we're living in, right, Lokes? But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It was good to have you guys out, man. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.